everyone. For this review, we've got the Super 7 G.I. Joe Ultimates Wave 3, and this includes Scarlett, Doc, Storm Shadow, and Cobra Trooper. These will come with plastic bags, covers. These will not come with the brown shipping boxes as they used to. The packaging's pretty generic as far as, just first glances. The Joes have the green camo with the G.I. Joe symbol, and then they have these dog tags that show who they are. So this one's Scarlett, that one's Doc. For Cobra, you've got the same setup. Blue camo with Cobra emblem. This one is Storm Shadow. This one is a Cobra Trooper. On the outside of each box, they are pretty much identical except for the color. And they both say G.I. Joe. And just to get it on camera, the top says Ultimates. Bottom has the UPC and all the legalese on it. All right, so you can slip the covers off and see the figures. So we've got Scarlett looking pretty good in her box. I will say that the faces look really exceptional so far. And we've got Storm Shadow over here. He looks really good. His head is pointed down, so he looks kind of like menacing right now, like he's brooding. But what they are showing in the package looks pretty good at the moment. So let's kind of move them out the way. And we got Cobra Trooper. I'm not taking this off slow for any kind of dramaticness. They're just like air tight. I'm trying to let gravity open them up here. Okay. And yeah, Cobra Trooper and Doc. Doc is looking really good too. His little walkie-talkie, I don't know if that's stickers or tampo, but there's a nice little detail going on with that. The red that they're using against this this tan brown really stands out, especially his glasses too. All right, so generally there's kind of like file card type stuff on the back. So I'm gonna show these for a moment. You got some scenes from the cartoon on each one. Here we have Storm Shadow and Scarlet again. So pretty nice. If you're a mint and box collector, lots to enjoy. I am not. I'm going to take these out of the package and throw these boxes away. I usually keep the file cards though. I'll cut those out and keep them because they're pretty cool. All right, so we'll take them out the package here and review the figures and do some comparisons. Okay, so here they are out of the box. and they each come with so many accessories. How many accessories? They come with all the accessories. Just whatever you can imagine that they had in the show, they probably have it. And then some of them have like toy versions of different things, normally like the guns. So, starting off with Scarlett, she has this her default package face is very stoic, very determined. She has another face, it's very subtle, but she's kind of, I don't know. I guess this is like the happy face. Like one is like this one is kind of like everything's normal, and the default face is very like the eyebrows are pointing down, so she's kind of like determined, like slightly maybe upset or focused. And then she's got another head where she's got a headset and her mouth is open just a little bit like she's talking to somebody. All three of the heads have great paint detail, so that's a plus. She has a holder for her arrows, and she has three general arrows. Um, they're the plastic's a bit rigid, and I would say be careful with them because you could easily break these. Then she's got quite a few. She's got this special arrow. Looks like it's electronic in some way. It's got a larger arrowhead on it, so maybe this is like an explosive. She's got this other arrow, and these are really hard to see. And it's got kind of like a blunt end to it, so I'm not sure what this does. Then she's got another arrow set that has a rope, and that rope is a real rope. And although this top part is kind of molded in, I think they mean for this to kind of be like a kind of like one of those Batman batarang rope type things. Then she comes with a small bow gun, and then a larger one, more like a rifle. And then she comes with a series of hands. So she defaults with fists. Matter of fact, all the figures default with fists. She's got trigger hand, flat kind of kung fu hand. The other side is more of like a large grip, maybe to hold a gun or hold her um, one of her bow guns, like that. And then she's got another hand, another flat hand for the other side. Oh, and I almost forgot, I was off camera here. She has a walkie-talkie, which has some really nice detail on here. And it's so hard to get this on camera properly, but it looks really good. All right, so that is Scarlet. Also comes with a M16. For Doc, as you see by default, he's got a head with a helmet, and the helmet does come off. I think it comes off. It is on there really tight. Oh man, give me a moment. Okay. The helmet does come off. I'm just gonna make him stand a little bit closer here for a moment. So you can put this helmet on any of the heads, and his default head is very stoic. The glasses are a separate piece, but they are glued on. You're not going to be able to take these off. So he's got a, kind of like yelling head that he comes with. And then he's got, I don't know. This head looks almost identical to the one that he has already. So I think maybe, I don't know, maybe they mean for you to leave that helmet on. Yeah, the expression seems almost identical. Might be a way to do like a quick change with the helmet. So like you can have a version with the helmet on and be able to swap it out for the non-helmet. I don't know. That face looks identical to me. So he's got a satchel. It's got a nice medical emblem on it. He has, I don't know what this is. I think this is a flare rifle, which would be very important on a battlefield. You need help, signal help with that. He does come with one of those G.I. Joe laser guns. He comes with comic, like a comic book. See, it says comics on the other side. This is one piece of plastic. It is sculpted to look like it has pages, but it's one piece of plastic. He has a walkie-talkie. It's got some numbers on it. Let's see if I can try to show this a little bit better. It's got a good bit of detail. He's got a medical kit with a bunch of stuff. All this stuff is sculpted in and painted. And you can fold it up. He comes with, I don't know, this is not a bullet gun. I don't know if this might be a flare gun, if I had to guess. And then he comes, he's got a pair of white gloved hands, which are nice. And they're shaped a little bit differently. So the left one has a tighter grip than the right one. So you can get a lot of different posing with that. And then he's got a trigger hand, small grip hand, open grip hand. This is definitely walkie-talkie hand because it's kind of squarish. And then another small grip hand. So lots of accessories for him. And as you can see, he's got a place to put that gun. He's got a little holster. And it is built into the. This is. Let's see. Yeah, this is glued on. So this section here, this is all one piece with the belt, and this little holster is kind of glued on. It's feels like it's glued on right about there. So sorry, I'm not even showing you that. It's glued right here, and then you can just slide it in there. It's not too tight, so I don't think you have to worry about paint rubbing off on it. All right, so next, Cobra Trooper. So they've designed him to be like multi-ethnic. So he's got, the Caucasian look with the blonde eyebrows, and he's got a different complete neck head sculpt that's brown. So he can be, whatever nationality you want that to be. He comes with two trigger hands, two close grip hands. Well, one close grip hand, one square holding hand. So this would be the walkie-talkie, and another square holding hand. And then you got another complete set that's brown. He's got the mentioned walkie-talkie. All these walkie-talkies are different too. We've looked at three different ones now, and they're all different. He's got a briefcase, which is basically like a bomb case. There's some numbers on there, some wires you can pretend that need to be cut. It can fold up. There's no emblems on the outside. And then he's got a rifle with a nice little strap attached. He's got kind of like a mid-size gun. And then he's got a small pistol. It's pretty hard to see, but he's got a small pistol. He does not have any holsters, but he's got these pouches on the side, and he's basically like paratrooper suspenders. Um, kind of wonder if you can take those off. You would have to pull the torso off, and I would not like to try that and break this. But maybe that torso comes off. If it does separate, because it kind of feels like it might be a ball joint. Might need some heat, but you could possibly take the torso apart and take those suspenders off. And then lastly, he comes with this whip, really nicely done. It's this blue plastic, and it looks like there is some kind of wash on the plastic, or it might be the sculpt, and it may just be presenting like a lot of different texture and causing the colors to look different. And there are some colors on the handle, some different activation buttons. That's from a particular episode, I think, where he had a fight, where a Cobra Trooper had to fight Duke in a like a gladiator type pit. Okay, lastly, we've got Storm Shadow. So Storm Shadow comes with an extra head. This is like a gas mask. This is very specific for a particular episode. He's got two swords. One's a little bit longer than the other, which is traditional Japanese thing. Nice silver paint, and they slide into the sheath. It is not tight, so that's a plus. You don't need to feel like you're gonna damage the paint. He comes with a bow and arrow, and the string on the bow is I think this is plastic. This is definitely not like a like rope, but still cool, you know, it's flexible. And he's got a space in his. Well, no. Okay. I was gonna say that goes in his backpack. No, it doesn't. This is for his quills, his arrows, and he comes with three. They're all identical. They have really nice gray and silver paint on them. And you can just slide them into this very easily. Okay. So he comes with a small, I almost said sword, a small knife, which I think can go in here. Have to do some messing around. I don't want to jig it in there anymore, but you could put it in there. But he also has throwing stars. So he's got these stars that are already sculpted into his belt, and you can take one of these and just kind of lay it down in there to kind of complete the array of stars he has. He also has nunchucks with metal chain. This chain is way too long, but you will notice a lot of times, especially even with Ninja Turtle toys, nunchucks have these ridiculously long chains when they shouldn't. And he has a rifle. I don't know what this rifle is from. I don't know what episode it's from. Okay. So for hands, he has a complete separate arm that has an Arashikari emblem on it. And it is compatible with the rest of the hand, so you can put that on him and switch the hands out. So for right hand, he has, I guess this would be like a throwing star hand. It's got a very interesting, it's like two fingers put together. So you can put a throwing star in there. He's got a pointing hand, which could double, looks like it could double as a, I was going to say this could be a trigger hand, but it doesn't really work. Yeah, it's just a pointing hand. Okay. And then he's got kind of a flat karate chop hand for the right. Left side, he's got a close grip hand, another flat karate chopping hand, a different kind of close grip hand. So I would imagine this is for the swords. This could be for holding the bow. He doesn't really have a closed grip hand for the right side. That's interesting. And then he's got this sword, the handle is painted. It's got some really good colors on it. It kind of seems like this sword glows. It's got that hollow, that kind of semi-transparent green that you would see with glowing plastic. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going on with him. Take a look at the back. Nothing really special going on back here. This system does come apart, looks like. I think it does. It's moving, but I don't know if it's supposed to come off. I think it does. I don't want to mess with it, but it looks like it will come off. Um, just kind of turn these guys around a little bit to show off some of the detail on the back. Again, nothing really special, but just so you can see it. Articulation is pretty standard for ultimates. So there's going to be lots of articulation points. The sculpt may prevent some movement. So there's always this balance of like trying to make it look like clean, but also trying to make it uh, articulated. So they've got these nice disc hinge joints for the shoulders, bicep swivel, elbow bend tends to be a little tight on these when you first get them out. The hands generally will have a back and forth hinge. Um, well, sometimes they will have these up and down hinges on the hands. The heads are on a ball joint, but because of the sculpt, you're gonna not get a whole lot of other movement besides side and side to side. There is a upper abdomen joint and a lower abdomen joint. But again, because of the sculpts, they will be a bit limited. On the male figures, you'll see that there's a hinge. On the female figures, they try to make it look smooth. So there's more articulation in the male figures. The legs are disc hinge with basically this outer piece has some movement where it can twist, not a whole lot of range. They will have single jointed knees. Generally, they're going to have twisting ankles and up and down motion on the ankles. So you will have a good bit of articulation on all of them. Not supreme articulation, but kind of good enough articulation. And one last review, close up of the heads. And the walkie-talkies. Okay, so that was a lot. Now, just to bring in some other characters, we're starting to get quite a nice collection of figures. If they didn't do any more figures, this is a nice little set that you can display. Hopefully they will do more, but who knows? For those who are not aware, these are not going to fit in very well with like a Marvel Legends or a G.I. Joe Classified. They're taller, so they're like, I guess these are 7-inch scale. Can't remember. Can't remember if these are supposed to be 7 or 8-inch, but they are taller, and they're more meant to display with other Super 7 Ultimates. But just for comparison, they do kind of work with McFarlane, but then again, McFarlane tends to be quite a bit more detailed. He's going for like this super kind of grungy looking, hyper detail look, kind of like how he used to draw stuff. So I would say some of the stuff will blend in well. So you could display them that way. Like for example, here's kind of a plain suited Flash. He blends in well with these. So just some ideas, things to think about. So this is wave 3. There is a wave 4, and there is a wave 5. And I believe they tried to solicit a wave 6, and maybe that got canceled. It was repaints of the females with these very pastel looking colors. I don't think there's been anything announced outside of that. So who knows where the line is heading? For instance, the last Power Rangers Ultimates, 2 of the figures got canceled. One of them being the actual Tiger Zord, which was strange that they couldn't get enough orders for that. So, who knows at this point? Me personally, I need at least Snake Eyes version 2, maybe Barbecue, Bazooka. There's some other figures that are important. Actually, there's a lot of figures. The similar to Transformers, like season 1 and season 2 of GI Joe has got like the characters that you think about as like these are the important characters of the franchise. So, for instance, like Dr. Mindbender, Cobra Commander with his hooded look, anything season 3 and beyond, like with Serpentor. So hopefully they can get at least some more season 2 stuff, but we might be looking at kind of a finality with GI Joe Ultimate stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully there'll be more. But that is it for this review. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm excited to have these. I think I like if I had to choose between Super 7 and Classified, I think it'd be kind of hard. I mean, I like Classified for the realistic look, but I really, really dig these cartoon versions of these figures. It'd be nice if they could get the price down a little bit, but they also come with a lot of accessories, so there is value in them. If they could get them down like at least $10 from what they charge now, I think they could get more people into this line. So let me know what you think. And as always, thank you for watching and tune in to some more videos coming up. Thank you.